Here we are, Game 4. This is the semifinals of the... No, this is Game 3 of the semifinals between Daseabneren in blue. Someone said that my nickname sucks in red. Spoiler warning for the previous games. The series is currently tied at 1-1. Did I speed it up? I did not speed it up. Okay. So, and both games so far have been pretty positional, with the outcomes being very much tied to the starting positions. And it looks like we've got a 4-port network going on here. Kind of hard to tell exactly what's connected to what. But either way, this is quite a bit of economy between these two, port cities here as well. The map overall is, it's like we have a big continent map. So, large lake here in the west, a couple of smaller lakes through the center and the east. Bay in the southeast, so we could see some naval play. We could see some naval play here. The positioning of these trade routes would make it a little difficult. Would make it pretty difficult to actually get these established. This city to this town is the most likely one to, or it's the most secure one. Notably, there is quite a bit of economy on this southeast island. Both players immediately go for the center, and once that is completely blacked out, nickname goes south, Daseabneren goes north, and Daseabneren just consolidating his northern position now. Should see both players make a pretty strong push for the center. Worth noting, it's pretty congested up here in the middle. Lots of mountains around, so, and it's, like I said, a bit congested. It's kind of narrow here, a narrow-ish pass here, narrow-ish pass over here. Very narrow pass here. So tanks could have some issues with mobility. All of these little ponds should make aircraft more powerful as well. Their ability to go over water and move quickly, so I think airplay could actually be strong for once. Nickname, I would not be surprised to see Nickname go for this cross pick. It's only a 1 territory cross pick, so this could be a pretty strong move. That would also give him quite a bit of secure economy back here. It would mean that his ability to contest the center would be quite compromised. So I think Nickname's in a pretty tough spot here either way. If he goes for the cross pick, he'll have better access to eco sites. No energy down here for him though. Daseabneren has an energy well here. There's also some up here, so wherever Daseabneren starts, he'll not only have nearby energy, but he'll also have some reserve that he can take later on in the game. So Nickname, or Daseabneren, going for the more central position, so further away from his eco sites, but closer to more energy. So wouldn't be surprised to see him go for a more, wouldn't be surprised to see him go for a tank-oriented build here. And of course, Nickname did go for the cross pick. So let's see. Player 1 is going to be Daseabneren. What are you going for? Getting his units moving quickly. airport first. Not going for these central refineries, going for the ones in the northwest, or going for the one in the northwest first. Looks like he's going to build helicopters, factory and a tank coming up second. So 3 factories, one of them making tanks, the other one making artillery. Nickname goes for 2 towns and a port, so very eco-focused build, or very heavy eco investment at the beginning. Airport, factory, barracks for Nickname. So Nickname gonna have a pretty big boost in income. 438 to 310, so pretty big income advantage at the start. Daseabneren, yeah. I was gonna say, I wonder if he knows that Nickname took this cross pick, but I think this is just a strong move towards the center and the kind of like the most powerful point on the map. Now, if Nickname's able to actually get established over here, this could be good. This is quite a few territories. But all of the eco sites are pretty far away from him. Another barracks on the way, and getting a tank out of his factory is Nickname. Another barracks as well. And notice Nickname's keeping his production centralized. So, not really going for capping barracks just yet. Wow, this is quite a bit of infantry moving out here for Nickname, and he just wants to seal this narrow pass. So Nickname wants to secure this southern area for himself. I'm just trying to figure out, I just wanted to take a look and see if I could try and predict how this is going to break down. Nickname definitely needs to get more of his infantry moving up to stop this expansion effort by Daseabneren. Nickname's got good production. Again, he does have an income advantage. It's closed up quite a bit, actually. Daseabneren's put down a couple of farms. Another barracks on the way for Nickname. And getting out a, whatever this is, interceptor as well. Nickname's tank on a blue move, getting up to the north. Doesn't have any energy production yet. I don't know where he's going to get his energy. Might be targeting this energy well, his Nickname. But even that is, that's so far out. That's going to be hard for him to secure. Like, he may be able to take it and build it, but he's definitely going to need some more production out here to really secure that position. And yeah, those two infantry, not nearly enough to hold back Daseabneren's push. Nickname does have a barracks on the way over there. I was gonna say, I wonder if Nickname set this to capture in response to seeing this, but he hasn't seen Daseabneren's units yet, unless he blue moved up and pulled back. He's gonna start moving his, or gonna deploy his helicopter. Kinda surprising. I did not expect Nickname to start moving Or I didn't expect him to deploy his helicopter since he doesn't have energy yet. Neither player does. Daseabneren has access to one energy well right now. Not quite enough capital to throw that down. Nickname's still using his tanks. So there's the refinery for Daseabneren. Honestly, I want to see Nickname put down a power plant. A power plant would actually be really good in this position. Like, it's still early in the game, so he doesn't have a whole lot of units that he needs to power. But he does absolutely, but Nickname absolutely does need power. Blue moving his infantry on top of the artillery. So Nickname has stopped this group of units from Daseabneren. Daseabneren trying to get his tanks over to the west, targeting this southwestern energy well. So both players have identified this energy well as a point of great interest. Daseabneren having some good success in the east, has a barracks up over here. Nickname definitely needs to route some more units in order to secure his eastern territories. Would really like to see him take these farms as soon as he has access to them as well. Sitting on 400 capital, 628 income total for Nickname. Daseabneren at 574. At this point, gut feeling is that Daseabneren's in a stronger position. That's a big helicopter sortie. No, it's only 3. It's not as big as I thought it was. So Daseabneren are going to be able to put quite a bit of damage into this attacking infantry before he either runs out of energy or has to pull back. It's like he shaved off 4 infantry out of this. Does he have a second refinery? Oh no, he had tanks moving, that's why. Those tanks stopped moving, okay. I thought it was a little weird that he wouldn't be able to use those 3 helicopters on one refinery. But he also has tanks moving as well. Another barracks on the way for Daseabneren. How's he done? I can only see one farm, no, rock farm there as well. And Daseabneren blue moving these. Still has these tanks blue moving. Wanting to get on top of this energy well. Nickname blue moving some infantry, but they're gonna have a bad time over here. Nickname runs a tank by it. I don't know where he's trying to get this. Nickname has production routed up into the east now, also a barracks down, power plant. This is actually really smart. I really like the decision to put the power plant on the southeastern island. The tanks from Daseabneren get to the energy well first, and yeah, there's nothing these infantry can do. And Nickname puts down another barracks in response to this to spotting these tanks. Ooh, this could be a problem. Daseabneren cancels his sortie over here. Looks like he should have interceptors on the way. That's the interceptors ordered over here. Red interceptors, of course, already on station. Blue interceptors on the way now. Should be able to take out these helicopters. Yep. 2 out of 3 helicopters go down. Interceptors RTB. Daseabneren gonna take the fight here at the front. A more technical army, so more factory units here for Daseabneren. Nickname has quite a bit of infantry, and he's going quite infantry heavy overall. So he's gonna need his aircraft to do some heavy lifting here. Another airport. Where was that? Over here in the mountains. Yeah, Nickname going to be relying quite heavily on aircraft. And like I said, aircraft could be pretty effective if the air player really takes advantage of these waterways. Finds good angles to attack into. Nickname going to launch this little L-shaped attack that he had set up. Coordination is a little bit off, so the units on the right attack or make contact quite a bit before the units on the left. Nickname also routing helicopters into the east or towards the eastern fight. Second power plant down. I guess I could have just looked up here. Still don't think Nickname has enough stuff here to take a fight against 3 tanks. Daseabneren also has a barracks over here. And quite a sizable force forming in the west for Daseabneren. Alright, now he's pushing up. He's going to push up into this undersized unit from Nickname. Nickname had to split off some units to defend his outpost. Red interceptor scoring another kill up here. Now the red helicopter is going to come in. Going to be able to put a lot of damage into here. 4 helicopters on the way. And Nickname has a good amount of infantry in the east. But Daseabneren has pushed through this narrow land bridge, gotten over the mountain pass, now pushing into Nickname's forward production area. Quite a few SAMs on the field. So Nickname being very cautious about Daseabneren's aircraft. And like just the way that this map is laid out, or the layout of this map means that it's going to take more SAMs to really get good coverage. Nickname's struggling for energy. 2 power plants are better than nothing, but it's still less than a single refinery of energy production. Daseabneren is on that 1 refinery energy production right now. 2 more barracks in the east. Another farm up as well. 828 for Daseabneren, 858 for Nickname. So Nickname is losing his economic advantage. It's practically evened out now. Alright, got a transport jet. Commando's on the way as well. And Nickname has stopped the attack coming from his northwest, now sending those defending units to the south. And Daseabneren has his units a little spread out. Oh, no, okay. I was about to say, these units, for some reason, aren't responding to this command, but no, they're capturing this territory first, and then they'll be heading over to this command. But again, the units are a little spread out right now. This capture stops as these tanks join into the fight. Red units are split up a bit. Continues pushing forward. Was able to break that attack that Nickname had set up. Bringing his SAMs up to counter the red aircraft. Nickname's still going strong in the east, but he's gonna run into some trouble as these 4 barracks start really kicking in. This is looking pretty rough for Nickname right now. Shipyard for Nickname. No, where's that port? Port for Nickname. Another factory comes up. What was that? Is Nickname gonna get this trade route going? This might be the break that he needs. It's getting pretty bad right now. Daseabneren sees the commando drop, responds very quickly. I think he should be able to save this refinery, especially since Nickname hasn't targeted it. A helicopter and 4 infantry should be able to save this. Factory on the way for Daseabneren in the southwest. If Nickname just sent his transport through the middle, it actually would likely have more success. Because he sent it around on this long... because he sent it over the land instead of keeping it over the ocean, or over the water. Like that's what got the... transport spotted ahead of time. Gave Daseabneren more time to respond to it. Daseabneren's forward attack has been pretty much stopped. Eastern Theater heating up. There's just not that much production over here for Nickname. 923 for Nickname to 998, so Daseabneren's taken the income, taking the lead in income, and Daseabneren getting into the southwest corner is a big problem for Nickname. This is very powerful for Daseabneren. Really limits Nickname's economic prospects. Nickname should get this next port as well. I'll give him the 3-port network. I think these 2 ports are connected, so that'll give him a 3-port network. He needs to continue building up the southeast, and he does throw down that next port. Nickname needs to hold on a little bit longer. He might have a chance if he can get these trade routes going. But Daseabneren's really cranking up the pressure in the west. The thing is, like, Nickname's playing catch up. Daseabneren's already quite well established right now. Doesn't look like doesn't look like Nickname has any more commandos. Has a barracks making commandos? Striker comes out immediately, maybe a little, maybe a bit too early. This is gonna signal to Daseabneren that he needs air defense in the west. Nickname's helicopter is now deploying on this strike sortie. Second factory on the way. I believe that's another factory. So Nickname's got 2 airport production going right now, sending his aircraft into the south, into the southwest. Yeah, this is a problem for Nickname, but getting his aircraft down here and targeted and sniping down these producers is gonna buy him a bit of breathing room, gonna buy him a bit of time. Alright, 2 commandos have finished, so should see this transport head out. Does have it hasted as well. Nickname, don't forget, Nickname is only running power plants at this point. And he's actually facing quite a bit of pressure up here at the front. Artillery have gotten pretty close, but it's a small number of artillery. Not a lot of infantry here from Nickname. $1,029 for Nickname, $1,150 for Daseabneren. Daseabneren also has a shipyard down here, so he's going to be able to get up. So pretty soon Daseabneren's going to be able to cut off this trade route. This is so bad. Nickname is so... I think Nickname is so close. He's so close to being able to stabilize and really get his income going, or get his economy going. But I think Daseabneren is going to get in here and get the damage that he needs just before Nickname is able to really get his feet under him. So Daseabneren, long run by with the tanks. Tanks are fast. Targeted onto this, what is this? This town. Kind of wish that Nickname had gone for a line command right here, because this point command, the tanks are going to roll through the aggro range pretty quickly. One goes down, so Nickname's definitely going to need to get a second command down. Interceptors take quite a bit of fire as soon as they take off. Alright, so Nickname's going to be able to save this town. Super, super useful, and yeah. So he has a 3-port network going. 1086, 1210. And yeah, Nickname is very close to being able to... Nickname is so close to having his feet under him. I don't know that he'll quite get, I don't know that he'll quite get set up in time. Nickname splits his infantry out to attack the artillery and the sands. Needs to move this, yeah. I was saying, needs to move this command. Nickname's back is against the wall. Gets his commandos in. Takes down a producer. Okay, cancels the second sortie. I think he will send another sortie up here though soon. Putting a lot of pressure on the southwestern position. Daseabneren throws up another factory. I'd like to put it a little bit back. is so close right now. Daseabneren using this big clump of units that he has in the north, trying to get past Nickname's small defensive entrenchment here, and it looks like a spread out. Yeah, it's a spread out entrenchment as well. So Nickname trying to be conservative with his units in the north. I think a tighter line would actually just crush this position. Or crush this attack. Once again, Nickname able to secure his, whatever this is, his front. Secures his main. Second main still going pretty well. Southwestern attack going Nickname's way. He's almost completely broken through the entrenchment. Nickname is going to try and get a barracks up. Daseabneren responds in time though, so these helicopters are going to see this and be able to take it out. Daseabneren does still need to deal with this commando squad. And Daseabneren going to be able to get production out of his second factory, has a third one on the way as well. Nickname with 4 power plants, and needs to build this stuff. He needs to build up these farms, get this city built. Let's not forget, Daseabneren is building warships, and he looks like non-stop missile boat production. So it's going to be difficult for Nickname to defend this trade route. Luckily, he does have a shipyard on the way, and Daseabneren is on a capture move. Or Daseabneren's ships are on a capture move, so Nickname might be able to get, he should be able to get some ships out. The attack at the front has shifted back into Daseabneren's favor. Well, that thought, Nickname has a striker sortie targeting this refinery. Should be able to kill it, I think. Right? One striker goes down. Daseabneren was able to get his interceptors over here, and it's very close, and no. Nickname doesn't get the sortie. Of course, Daseabneren also has 2 refineries up at this point. Cancels his, deletes his interceptor command. Not strikers, but a double commando drop targeting Daseabneren's northern refinery. Speaking of north, Daseabneren's northern entrenchment down here at this position has been completely broken. And yeah, the artillery from Nickname continues to push forward. Nickname has spotted this shipyard. That probably prompted this shipyard getting built. Another town on the way. And Nickname's going to need to build. He's going to need to get some more energy production. Probably going to have to build some more power plants. As much as it hurts to build power plants, he needs the energy. He's definitely going to need the energy for a naval campaign. Like, in order to start taking naval engagements, he's going to need that energy. 1351 for Nickname, 1282 for Daseabneren, who is also hurting quite badly for energy with one of those refineries getting destroyed. Daseabneren does save his northern refinery. Still has not been able to take down Nickname's commando squad moving through the northwest. Another Daseabneren quite quickly rebuilds his southern, what is this, refinery. And Nickname gets his strikers onto a new target, taking out a farm. So that's going to be, I mean, at this point a farm isn't really a valuable target, but just going to knock out a little bit of income. And this two commando drop is not going to do anything. Plenty of units here, plenty of blue units here to defend this. At the same time, Nickname is rolling through the southwestern position from Daseabneren. And Daseabneren has stopped his ship, so that's going to give Nickname enough time to get this cruiser out. And the cruiser is gonna do pretty well against even 4 missile boats. 5 missile boats is gonna be too much. 4 might also prove to be too many, but cruisers are very powerful. Very powerful surface units, or very powerful naval units. Nickname finally starts building up his farms. I think he really wants to take this city, but you know, gotta build the farms first. Uh-oh. Blue helicopters coming down. They're gonna be able to do a lot of damage down here. Luckily, Nickname does have SAMs in the area. He just needs to look over here and realize that he needs to move the SAMs up a little bit closer. Nickname once again able to snipe down that refinery. Another commando drop moving up towards the northern refinery. This is starting to swing into Nickname's favor. He's got a cruiser on the water, so it's going to be difficult for Daseabneren to win a naval fight up here until he gets all of his boats together, and he's lost his shipyard, so he's got to get it done with these 6 missile boats. But with his refineries under attack, Daseabneren not able to get his boats moving quickly enough. And if Daseabneren doesn't get up here and take out this shipyard before 2 cruisers are out, his navy is completely done. Like, yeah, if Daseabneren isn't able to get up here and take out this first cruiser before a second one pops, there's no way he can stop this trade route. Nickname's getting a lot of good work in. The southern production has been completely stopped. Nickname's brought his SAMs up. Not that Daseabneren has the energy to move these helicopters anyway. He really needs to move his navy moving. But I mean, with the second shipyard on the way, that's basically done. Second cruiser's on the water now. So there's basically no way that, at this point, there's no way that Daseabneren can realistically disrupt this trade network. And I think that's probably game at this point. Nickname's still finding value with his strikers. These strikers have done so much for Nickname. They've gotten this refinery twice, taken out a factory. They took out this farm. Commando drops still going in, but oh, Nickname did save one of them actually. Without interceptors here, the helicopters just don't have any vision. Daseabneren shuts down an outpost that Nickname was trying to get up in this northwest. Daseabneren does have a second refinery up here as well. Yeah, this many helicopters can actually shoot down and transport. It's kind of ridiculous. And is Nickname gonna save one of these commandos? It looks like he will. So, Nickname lost a transport and a commando, but he got another commando in position. Port on the way. 2 more farms, so should be seeing that city get purchased soon. Town. Yeah, Nickname's, I think he's done it. He's done it. Yeah, he's got 2 cruisers on the water. Took out half of the missile boats already. I think when Daseabneren wasn't able to get in here with those tanks, was able to get in and get damage with those tanks, and wasn't ever able to get on top of this production. Like, he missed the opportunity to take out Nickname while he was still fragile. Pyra. Alright, now we're back. What's going on? Ah, yes. Daseabneren needs to make something happen right now. His Nickname, I think, has pretty much taken over this game. I'm surprised that Daseabneren wasn't able to have more success either in the east or in the center. I mean, he got very close in the middle, in the center, but just, yeah, just never was quite able to get to Nickname's production. Nickname has a lot of transport ships here now. Not sure why. Not really sure what he was going for. Energy storage as well for Nickname on the way. Let's see, 1942 to 1177. Yeah, this one's... There's not really anything Daseabneren can do, I think. Nickname's still able to hit these refineries. And that was a big part of tripping Daseabneren up, was taking out his refineries and limiting his ability to use his aircraft. He's got a lot of helicopters, so if Daseabneren's ever able to bring these helicopters to bear, he might be able to make something happen. I mean, how many helicopters is this? 4, 8, 11, 12. Yeah, 12 helicopters can definitely do a lot of damage. Like, with 12 helicopters, Daseabneren could probably knock out this base. Like, completely shut this down, knock out this base. I don't see any... Yeah, I don't see any interceptors for Nickname, so... Daseabneren could absolutely deliver. He's got a ton of damage sitting here. I think Nickname's actually in quite a bit of danger if Daseabneren if Daseabneren decides to deploy his helicopters. And Daseabneren on 3 refineries can definitely do that. I think right now he's focused on trying to defend his refineries. So he's gonna have his interceptors out, so they'll be... This is good news for Daseabneren. His interceptors are already airborne and in the area to intercept this transport, might be able to take it down before it drops its commandos. Definitely going to take it down. So that was a smart move by Daseabneren. Looks like he wants to secure the west with his helicopters. Like, I understand it. Probably doesn't think that this would be open. Nickname completely running over his east. I don't watch these helicopters. I'm gonna watch these helicopters do some work. Of course, there is a SAM position, so I'm gonna take a few losses, but this many helicopters easily able to overpower the air defense. Yeah, Nickname realizes he needs to pull back out of this position. Instantly throws down a third airport. Certainly going to see interceptors being built here. Also launching strikers at this refinery once again. Surprisingly, Daseabneren has pulled his interceptors back. And yeah, that's it. That's going to be a GG. You know, Nickname was hanging on by a thread for a long time. I really thought Daseabneren was going to be able to, you know, thought he was going to be able to like push through, and just never was quite able to get over that threshold that would completely knock Nickname out of the game. Well played to both players. Like, I don't think anyone really made any like significant mistakes. It was just very a very tightly contested match. Nickname able to get those trade routes up, able to get his economy online. Yeah. So 1-2 in favor of Nickname.